Hi everyone, good morning. So today I'm going to start sharing the AgentScript knowledge, whatever I learned throughout the past 5 to 6 months. So I thought of sharing that knowledge from the basics, how we are going to create a agent through AgentScript and what are the blocks that are present in the AgentScript in a detailed way, and I'll explain with multiple scenarios throughout the implementation part. So this is the first session which I thought of sharing with the basic informations of AgentScript. So in this video, so I have shown this article. So whatever articles which I am going to show in the videos or upcoming videos, so all will be in the Salesforce standard article one. So how I have referenced and how we are going to create an agent script and how we can work on the logics or redirect to sub-agents in sub-agent actions, navigation. So I'll explain in detail in upcoming videos. So for today, we'll just go through what is agent script, and we can set up an org, and we can enable few of the things to make the agent script available, and what are the building blocks that are available. So that's for today's session. So I'll share this reference link of the article as well as the org creation link as well in the description. So what's AgentScript? So AgentScript is nothing but a language for building agents in Agentforce Builder. So it's similar to YAML, yet another markup language which we call. So it's an intent based language. For example, each intent, like each space in the AgentScript file is considered. Even if intent is not correctly provided, error will pop up. So you will see those informations in the video in detailed way. So in case of AgentScript, in a simpler way, what you can think is a language for building agents in Agentforce Builder. So that's in a simpler way we can have. So coming to AgentScript. So as we mentioned, AgentScript is the language for building agents in Agentforce Builder. A script which combines the flexibility of natural language instructions for handling conversational tasks with the reliability of programmatic expressions for handling business rules. So in a simpler way, what you can say is like, I want to create a task. So in an instruction, you can mention if user requests to create a task, uh, call this action and pass this information. So those instructions which we are sending out in a natural language for creation of the task. So that's what they are mentioning as handling conversational tasks, the reliability of programming expressions. So you can entirely go through the document, how there are certain logic conditional expressions are supported in AgentScript, and we have expressions and what are the annotations which we can use. So I'll add this link, you can go through this. So this is how the example of AgentScript will present. So there are certain blocks present. I'll explain the blocks in detail, and the skills and the next step. So prior to going into the other modules, first let me create org and let me show how the AgentScript will look. So this is the org which I have created. So this is the Agentforce org. So I'll share the link in the description. So let me first go through Agentforce Studio. So whatever agents which we are going to create. So for that we need to navigate to the Agentforce Studio. So this is a newly created org. So you can see once you navigate, you will, if it is a fresh org, you will see like this. To get access to Agentforce Builder, you or your admin must turn on install Agentforce in setup. So these two things we need to turn on in order to create agents under Agentforce Studio. So let me go to setup. So install setup. So you will need to put instance setup, turn on, and then go for Agentforce agents. Dun, dun. So now we go. Let's go. So click on the. So now we got enabled. So even if you go here, if you refresh, so agent got enabled and we are able to see the default agents that are present. So these are the two settings. So coming to agent creation. So you have new agent button as well as if you click the drop down, new from script. So if you have already a agent script, so based on the script you want to create an agent, then you can click on this, or else you can click on new agent. Under new agent. So if you know the purpose of the agent, what purpose you want to create, then you can provide the description and click. It will select the type and it will create. Or else if you want to manually create an agent by selecting the type, then you can come here. You can select the template of which agent type you want to create. I want service agent. So let me select service and provide a name. So just case creation. So select user. Currently I don't have any user created for agents. So let me select new user itself. So it will automatically create a user for this agent and it will attach to the agent. So let me show you. So let's go. So now the agent got created. So basically we can see what are the informations we have. We have Explorer. So under Explorer we have agent definition. Agent definition under we have settings. Under settings we have set of sessions. So we can go through one by one. So agent details. So what are the informations which we have related to the agent and system. So agent level instructions, welcome message, error message for the agent it is showing. So agent access. So here the user which we mentioned previously, like while creation we have selected new user. So here it's showing the user which has been automatically created in the backend and it has been attached to this agent. So if you want to navigate, you can click on this and it will navigate to the agent user page. So language settings. So here you can see the languages that are enabled for the agent. For now it's English UK. So if you want the agent languages, here we have a list of languages that are available. So if you want, you can enable the languages. So coming to the sub agents. So under sub agents we have agent router. So agent router is the key point. So this is the place which classifies the agent and redirects to the specific agent. So this is the mandatory one. And coming to the other sub agents. So these are existing standard sub agents which are available in the org. So that by default got added as part of the service agent. So if we don't want the sub agent, you can click and you can delete the sub agent. The sub agent and the action associated to the sub agent will be removed. So likewise, we have multiple sub agents. So each sub agent will have certain actions under them. So here you can see account management, we have certain actions added. Sub agents don't have any mandatory, like it should have an action. So sub agents might present without actions as well. So this is sub agent part, this is settings. Coming to variables. So these are the standard variables that are already present as part of this agent. So these variables are part of two. One is like the already existing custom variables for this agent and the messaging session variables. So while going through the variables, I'll explain like what is the custom variable, what is a messaging session variable. So messaging session variables are called linked variables. Why we are calling it as a linked. So all those details I'll go through further. So for now, we have a variables block and a connector block. So connections, what kind of connections we have, whether it's a messaging or NS chat V2 web agent or it is a Slack agent. So those are the things for connections. So data is the external data library which we want to load. So we have seen different blocks. So when we go to one block, we need to click on that and it will show the specific page details. So I want all the informations together in a single page. So how we can show is here. So this is the canvas view. So we have basically two view. So one is canvas, another one is a script. So canvas view, you need to select the specific topic, so it will redirect to one after another. So that's a by default view. So if I want to change it to script view, we can select script view. So all the details so far which we have discussed, like from the agent definition, so all will be shown in a single page. System, config, access, variables, language, knowledge, start agent, agent router, sub agent. So you can see all the sub agents are present. So this is called script view. So as we discussed, so we are going to work on AgentScript. So the view which we are going to prefer is on the script view. So how we are going to make changes on the script. So what are the mandatory things needed and how it's going to be navigated. So all we can see in a detailed way. So for now, what we can see is we have a set of blocks. So we can go through how the blocks are present in an AgentScript as the initial. So whenever we are going to work, we need to understand the fundamentals of the AgentScript. So without knowing the fundamentals, even if we work on AgentScript, so there will be a lot of logical issues happen. So if you are strong on the fundamentals of AgentScript, so you will be easier tackle the complex issues or logics. So we can go for the AgentScript blocks. A script consists of blocks where each block contains a set of properties. These properties can describe the data or procedures. So here we have AgentScript block. So as mentioned, so AgentScript is considered as a set of blocks. Each block contains a set of properties as well. So here we have multiple blocks present. So each block has a certain properties present inside the block. So the blocks which you need to consider: system, config, access, variables, language, connection, sub-agent, start agent, router, sub-agent. Under sub-agent you have reasoning, instructions, action rules, actions, connected sub-agents. So this comes under multi-agent orchestration, so that we will see in the upcoming videos. So these blocks which you are seeing in the video is same as the AgentScript. So you are able to see system, config, access, variable, language. System, config, access, variable, language, connection block. So connection, we currently didn't add any connection, so it's not showing here. If you add any of the connections of enhanced V2, so it will show that block as well. Start agent. So we have a start agent and sub agent. So we have the sub agent. So if we expand the sub agent, you have reasoning, actions, and label and description of the sub agent. So if you go for sub agent, you have reasoning, instructions, and actions. So under reasoning, if you expand, you will have instructions and actions under that reasoning. And you have an action that is specific to this sub agent. And this reasoning block has an action that is specific for this reasoning block. So those are the blocks that are present. So a sub-agent have an actions, likewise a reasoning has instruction and actions. So those we can detail explain. So for now, the blocks present in the agent script, you need to understand the blocks. What are the block names present? For example, a system, config, access, variables, language, connection, start agent, and sub-agent. Under sub-agent, we have an action specific for the sub-agent. Under the sub-agent, we have a reason. Under reasoning, we have instructions and actions that are specific to that reasoning. But from that, we have connected sub-agent. So those are the blocks which we need to remember. So these are standard for all the agents. If you are going for agent script, you can see this blocks for every agent which you create. So if you don't want a block, so that is not at all needed, I am not going to use that sub agent, then you can delete the sub agent, so that block will be removed. So in another video, I'll detailedly explain about each block, like what are the system block does, what is the config block does, what does the access block is doing, and variables, and language, knowledge, start agent, and what we are doing inside the start agent. So let me explain in another video. So thanks for watching. Thank you.